if your whole brand looks good and your music sounds good, it's gonna turn heads. That's gonna do more for you than any viral reel. Anyone who goes viral, it usually doesn't last.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Headliner Mindset Podcast. Now, as many of you know, this is going to be one of my final episodes. That's right. I am moving on to greener pastures. And by greener, I literally mean greener. I'm going to be moving to Denver pretty soon to start a new job and a whole new chapter in life. So more on that to come in my final episode. But in the meantime, I've got a really special interview to share with you with one of my coaching clients, NIMDA, who was here in Austin all the way from the UK, playing with Sudden Death at his Summoning Fest, which was absolutely insane. These guys are total madmen on stage. If you haven't seen them, you've got to see them. They're wild. So in this episode, we talk about why he came to me for coaching, how he was struggling with burnout from touring and getting caught up in comparison, and how we navigated through some of the mental challenges that he was dealing with on his artist journey, as well as taking a peek into his creative process, which is absolutely insane because this guy makes new music for almost every single show that he plays. So without further ado, please enjoy this episode with NIMDA. All right, we are just going to raw dog this motherfucker.
Yep.
No prep whatsoever. Last minute, rent a studio. NIMDA's in town. Let's go, baby.
We have zero notes.
Well, welcome. Let's give everybody a little bit of context about how we're here. You're in Austin, all the way from the other side of the world.
Yep.
Where do you live?
I'm from Surrey in the UK, and we're here for Summoning Fest.
Summoning
Wicked
Fest.
Oaks.
Wicked Oaks, Austin, Texas, with Sudden Death.
Yeah.
Bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just currently pretty complicated.
Yeah, we were supposed to hang out last night.
Yeah.
First time I've seen a festival at this location here in Austin. It took 2 hours to get in. Mm-hmm. It's a one-way street. I don't know how many thousands of people. Yeah. About an hour to get the guest list sorted. Pouring rain. Got in for about 15 minutes, and then it was evacuated because of lightning. So
yeah, it was.
That was fun.
Yep. And now it's very muddy, and my shoes look like this.
Yeah, my car is covered in mud. Shoes. Yeah, I wore white shoes last night also. Not the move.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty fucking cool that you are here on the other side of the world, living your dream, touring, playing your music in front of thousands of people. So things have been really kind of taken off for you. You just got signed with Ben Hogan at UTA, one of the biggest talent bookers, one of the biggest booking agents.
Yeah, my goat.
In the scene. Check out my episode with Ben Hogan if you want to learn about what a booking agent is, how it works. That's like one of the best episodes I have. But you're getting your team built, and things are really happening for you. So what's been working? You're at that point in your career where it's like, you know, it's that next level where you're getting to play shows, you're flying around. Like, what really has helped you get there?
Relentless stress. No, I mean, I like to think that I have done everything I've done just purely through dropping music. Like, I don't really know. I'm not like that good at like networking and stuff. I have a lot of good friends that I'm lucky to have that, you know, have helped me a lot. But I like to think that I made those friends through them finding my music, and I'm just very I spent a lot of time making music and making sure it's what I want it to be.
So it hasn't been from making TikToks and dancing?
No, the opposite. I've never made a TikTok other than like posting show footage that I've just basically posted on my Instagram already.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I've never done a dance.
So you've just been grinding and putting out a shit ton of music.
Pretty much. I mean, it's every year I try and make music that's more aggressive than every single person ever. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah. And I think that's an interesting space to look at because you definitely are making a style of music that is incredibly aggressive. I don't know if it's metal or electronic music, it's like a pretty solid combination of both. It's like it would, be probably considered a very niche genre, right?
Yeah.
You're not chasing trends by any means. What have you what has been driving you, and what have you been following in this pursuit of making music?
Well, I'd definitely say at this point, especially like the stuff I'm releasing soon, it's definitely a hybrid now of like the most aggressive side of metal and the most aggressive side of dubstep. I hate calling it hybrid metal because I don't know, it kind of cringes me out, but I guess that's what it is at this point. I've always just loved I've always loved to just try and make the threshold of like heaviness. I'm definitely not, I keep saying this, I'm definitely not the heaviest producer ever. There's probably people I could name that are way heavier, but I try and be that.
That's the North Star.
That's my goal, is to always try and hit that threshold.
Is to be as heavy and as aggressive as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're going to become unaggressive someday?
No.
Are you going to just be like, I'm kind of fucking...
I mean, me as a
chill
person,
now.
I'm not aggressive, but what I create is always...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever just make like some, I don't know, lo-fi beats or something, on, for fun on the side? You ever make anything not aggressive?
I mean, whenever I get like writer's block,
yeah,
or I'm just burnt out, I tend to just make random like ambient songs.
Yeah. We would love to hear the NIMDA ambient album.
Well, actually, the set we're playing today, the changeover music is like an ambient song I made.
I love it. Let's go. We finally get to hear some.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your set tonight. You're playing back to back with Sudden Death and
YVM Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find this really interesting. You said you've been coming out to Dallas to work with Sudden Death.
Yeah.
Making original music for this set.
Yeah.
Right. Which I think is something that different than what a lot of people do, which is more like, let me put my DJ set together and I'm going to like dig through tracks and I'm going to, be putting these tracks together to DJ. Whereas you guys are like, no, we're going to literally create brand new music for this set. I feel like a lot of people aren't doing that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not just this set in particular. Like, I mean, me, Sudden Death, and YVM Free are all big, like, we like playing as much original music as possible and try and make as much new music as possible for the sets we play. So with us playing this together, we all flew to Sudden Death's house and just rotted for weeks and pretty much made as many songs as possible for this set. In the last week we've been going to bed at 9 a.m.
Wow.
And waking up at 9 p.m.
Wow.
So I actually haven't seen much sunlight in the last week.
Yes. True vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've made a lot of stuff. So this set is pretty much, well, it is all original.
Yeah.
But some of it's collabs of all of us. Some of it's collabs of just like me and Sudden, me and YVM Free, those two individually. And then it's like some solo stuff from us all.
Is that all music that you're going to release and put out?
Nah.
No.
Some of it is like unreleasable.
Yeah.
Some of it is like pure, like, I don't know, just only for live.
Yeah. Yeah. What distinguishes that?
Like some of it is just like, it goes like, there's songs we've made that super, I don't know what the right word is, like just brain rot. Like it's too heavy to release.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't even want to listen to it on
You wouldn't, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
But seeing it live is cool, but like you wouldn't want to listen to it.
Yeah. You want to feel it on massive speakers with huge production.
Yeah. Some of it is literally like white noise.
Yeah. That's wild. Now I know though this is something that you do for your normal sets as well, because we worked together when you were my coaching client.
Yeah.
And that was often something you were working on, was like, I have a set coming up. I need to make a bunch of music for my set, which is, again, I've never had a client like that. Usually it's like, hey, I need to put my set together and dig through the tracks that I'm going to mix during the set. But you're like, I need to go make all of the music for my set. Almost like every set, it seemed like you're just making new music for.
Pretty much. Yeah. I put a lot of pressure on myself with that.
Yeah.
It's not only the making new music for sets that it is the stressful part is like changing my set every time because I don't want to play the same set every time.
Yeah.
I'll probably play the same songs, but I try and reorder them and like create little moments and edits every time that are different. For example, like the part of my set where I get everyone to run in a circle and like, or I get everyone to get a phone light out. Like I try and create different moments like that throughout. And yeah, I'm constantly stressing about trying to get new songs in there and move those moments around and create different ones. Yeah, it's a lot. And
Yeah.
I know pretty much everyone I know who's makes the same type of music as me is the same. I don't know if it's just a heavy Tearout thing.
I think it's a Tearout thing.
Yeah.
So everybody's like making new music for their sets constantly.
Yeah, a lot of people I know are the same.
Yeah. Huh. So, all right, let's talk about this putting a ton of pressure on yourself all the time. Because as someone who has been my life coaching client that came to me for support with mindset stuff and navigating this wild fucking journey of being an artist. I still care about you, and we're going to shift this into a life coaching session now because I know that you are coming from the UK. You're oftentimes like, I just played a show in like New York, and like it's not like you're coming from Florida or something. You know, you're like flying like 8 hours or more, right, to go to your shows, and then you'll just turn around and go right back home.
Yep.
So between that, you're staying up till 9 a.m. every night making music. You're fucking flying 8 to 10 hours for your shows. Like, how are you doing, dude? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm a psychopath.
You are. I can attest to this.
I'm good. I mean, like, music's my full-time job, so which is very fortunate. So I can somehow do things like that and not go insane. I do go insane sometimes, but I actually that's the main reason I do fly home between every show, because if I stay out here for too long, I like get very homesick, and also I will just start going to bed at 9 a.m. and waking up at 9 p.m. and getting no sleep. And so I'd rather bite the bullet and fly back.
Yeah.
Even if it means I'm only in America for like 24 hours each time, because I get to, decompress with my girlfriend in our own place and focus a bit more than sitting in a hotel or someone's house. And but it's all right. Like I said, it's my full-time thing. I don't have to worry about any other obligations, so I can kind of do these stupid things.
Well, I think, you said, you're a self-proclaimed psychopath. I think anyone that's going to choose this career, though, and this lifestyle has to be at least a little bit of a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you really got to be built for this shit. Whether you're flying from the UK all the time or not, but it's like once your career starts to take off and you're playing like 1, 2, maybe 3 shows every weekend, even if you're here in the States, like it's just a lot to put on the body, to put on the mind. Like it's a totally different fucking lifestyle. What do you think it takes to really, besides being a psychopath, what do you want to say to all the other artists that are out there that are like, they're dreaming of this lifestyle, they want it, you're actually fucking doing it though?
Well, I think it's definitely a learning curve trying to figure out how to stay healthy and sane while doing this. There's a lot of just habits you can build that will help you. Not scrolling all the time is a big one for me, because my brain is already rotted from 1, producing all the time, and 2, being on flights all the time and not sleeping. So when I am awake, it sounds really corny, but like being present and not being on your phone and stuff all the time, especially if you have a career in music, you're constantly getting notifications and messages from loads of people.
Totally.
And whether they're important or not, it's pretty good to detach from that as much as you can. Otherwise, you will go insane.
Yeah.
There's that. There's things like eating a normal amount of meals a day, not eating 1 meal a day or 0 meals a day.
Yeah. One meal and a bunch of coffee.
Yeah, one of the hardest things for me is like going to a gym while out here, because I get to where I'm staying and then I've got to figure out where the closest gym is and then figure out if they do like day passes, and in the end, and then I got to pay for an Uber there, and I'm like, to me that's just really annoying.
Yeah.
So I usually just like try and get in a habit of while I'm touring of just doing like, I don't know, loads of push-ups in my hotel room.
Yeah.
Which actually does make a huge difference of how I feel mentally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much like if you aren't doing this and you want to do this, like you're not touring it and you want to be a touring artist, it's as bad as you imagine it would be, probably worse.
Yeah.
But it is doable.
Yeah.
And you can be happy while doing it. Like I say all of this, I am happy. But I've definitely not been happy.
Yeah.
Touring.
Yeah. For sure. And well, let's talk about when you came to me, you reached out and you're like, yeah, I want to get a coach in my corner. I want to get some support. Where were you at that point that had you interested in getting support?
Yeah. So, I saw your episode with Ben Hogan. And yeah, I think I just got off the back of doing like a deadly run of shows. Just because this was like December, I think, last year. Yeah, I had like multiple shows every weekend in America, and I was flying back between all of them. And then, like, I remember going home and getting home on like the 23rd, just before Christmas, and then spending Christmas with my families, and then going straight back to America on like Boxing Day.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I think I was definitely struggling then. Since then, I've learned a lot through you and through just adapting to it, which does take time.
Yeah. Well, what wasn't working for you at that time?
I think I just wasn't conscious of a lot of things I was doing. Like, I know it's super simple, but like, yeah, all I would do was make music, but then I would pretty much just like rot in hotel rooms and like doom scroll for hours.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like it was like I was so burnt out that it was like a cycle of I would be burnt out, so I would do that because I didn't have the energy to do anything else, and then that would burn me out even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big thing. I think me not doing that anymore was a result of just like me maturing or adapting to touring.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah. So what started to shift when we started working together? What are some of the things that you started to learn, started to apply?
The biggest thing with working with you was, I wouldn't say I'm like a jealous person, but I definitely get very anxious and in my head and threatened by what I think like people in my field think of me. And that's the thing we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, you definitely helped me just address things like that with people who I thought had like a problem with me when they didn't.
Yeah, that's true. We did have a lot of clearing conversations.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because especially, I mean, I just recently had some of that myself in my own life, where like, especially like the music industry is a relationships game.
Yeah,
right? It's like you are working with your team, ideally, right? You're working with a manager, with an agent, you're collaborating with other artists, you're playing other music out. Like, this is such a relationship driven business. And so having some, emotional intelligence and being able to navigate those relationships in a healthy way is really, really important. Right? And also sometimes when those relationships maybe there's conflict in them or they start falling apart, it's like, yeah, that's going to take a toll on us and affect us. So how do we lean into that? How do we embrace that? How do we fix that and heal things? Yeah, we had a couple of those to navigate with you.
Yeah, there was that, and also just not expecting the worst all the time. I think that was one of the main reasons I started working with you. Was I'm a very pessimistic person. Still am, but I'm better with it now. And in fact, I'm drastically better with it.
Yeah.
As a result of working with you, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of now just like whatever happens. Like for example, this weekend with the show getting evacuated yesterday. If that happened a year ago, if this whole scenario had happened a year ago, I probably would have like been freaking out today.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, my set's going to get cancelled. It's going to get cancelled. I know it is.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
just
figure it out.
Hyper fixating on worst case scenarios.
Yeah. I kind of, I think like working with you really helped with that. And also just actually going through a lot of very annoying situations. To the point where I'm like, anything could happen. Whatever happens, we just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just, I mean, it's fearing something that hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's anxiety.
Yeah.
Literally. It's so funny too. I mean, I teach this, I preach this, I work on it with clients all the time. And like, I recently have been struggling with a lot of that myself where I'm just like, man, I'm just like, totally focusing on the wrong shit, like focusing on the stuff I'm worried about happening, and it's stressing me the fuck out. It's making me feel like I'm dying inside, right? And I just had a big lesson in that recently where it's like, oh wow, like whatever I focus on is what I am giving life to.
Yeah.
I'm feeding it. Right.
Yeah,
and
that's what we talked about a lot.
Yeah. I caught myself in that recently where I was just like, oh, wait, the first step is like, all right, I got to shift. What is it that I want? I realized I was focusing a lot on problems rather than focusing on vision. What is it I want rather than focusing on what I don't want? And it's funny, too, because even in like coming from a long background of in the personal development space, I've been learning this stuff, studying this stuff for so long. And there's actually this weird trap where focusing on personal development, what you can oftentimes do is focus on like what's wrong and what's not working, because like I want to fix it. I want to get better. I'm like, I have a big value of growth. So I want to learn, I want to grow. But so now my mind is hyper focused on, well, what's like not perfect. Yeah. But then if that's all I'm focusing on all the time, right, I'm actually manifesting more of that rather than focusing on what is it that I want, right? Rather than on like, what's not working? What am I unhappy with? Let me focus on what do I desire? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? What is working, right? You know, a lot of what we do is celebration. Yeah. Right? We start off every call, like, let's fucking celebrate, man. Like what's actually going well. There's a million things that are maybe we can focus on that are not going well. And if we focus on those, then that's all we're going to see. And we're going to manifest more of that.
That was a huge thing for me. That is definitely probably the main thing that helped with what I was talking about earlier, where I'm not like constantly waiting for things to go wrong. Yeah. Was just, actually getting excited about things rather than getting scared of things that aren't going to happen. Totally. Yeah. Dude, funny one was Lost Lands. This was a big one, because if what happened at Lost Lands happened a year ago, I would have had like a panic attack. But basically, the similar situation to yesterday, there was like a really bad weather warning. There was like tornadoes and stuff in Ohio, and the problem wasn't actually the wind; it was the dust from the wind. Like you couldn't see, and everyone was breathing in dust. So they evacuated the festival. Yeah. The day I played at like 2 p.m., I got very, very drunk the night before. So I wake up insanely hungover. I check my phone and it's like, we're evacuating the festival. I'm like, cool, I've got to play today. I walk down to the lobby and there's a sandstorm happening outside. I'm like, oh man. And then I go back upstairs and my room key doesn't work. My stuff's in there. Sweet. So I'm like just in the lobby like, oh, this is hilarious. Like, but
and especially after last night, I was reminded that kind of stuff is going to happen all the time, right? And so you got to be prepared for it, but also, again, be grounded enough in yourself to have it not let you totally throw you off course, right?
Yeah.
Like, even for myself last night, it was funny because I brought my girlfriend out, and like, after a while she was getting, impatient, frustrated, she's also barely wearing any clothes out there in her little rave outfit. And I get it. And, also as well, I'm like, oh, there would have been an older version of me that would have been way more, impatient with this, or, oh, we're stuck in traffic. Right. And it was just this constant practice of like, all right, I'm not in control of any of this, right?
Yeah.
What am I in control of? And I also can be in control over my emotions. Again, when I am actually emotionally intelligent, when I have been working on this and practicing this. If I'm not, then every little fucking thing can trigger me and throw me off. But if I'm actually doing this type of work, then it's like, okay, you really start to learn like, all right, what am I in control over? I'm not in control if the festival gets evacuated or not, right? But I am in control of my reaction to it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a hard thing to control. But if we actually take ownership and we take personal responsibility, that like, no matter what happens, I am always in control of my reaction.
Yeah. It's also just focusing on what you are in control of is going to make you feel a lot better than, knowing what you're in control of and what you're not in control of is a huge thing that helps me not go insane.
Yeah. Because I mean, how many fucking curveballs do you get thrown at you all the time with flights, shows, traffic? Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, we have definitely had a lot of those this weekend.
Yeah. What are you celebrating right now? For us to focus on some of the good shit. What are you excited about? What are you celebrating?
Well, I'm technically headlining by accident because of my friends that are famous. But I'm celebrating that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good. We're debuting a lot of new music, and we've never done the back thing.
Yeah.
I've never actually done a like back ever. So I'm excited to experience that dynamic with two of my favorite artists.
Do you guys have that like planned out pretty well?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
The whole thing
coordinate
is
that.
very planned.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy moments.
Yeah. So how far into the set do you take your shirt off and start screaming at everybody?
I don't even come out with a shirt on anymore.
That would be totally off brand of you too. Yeah. I'm surprised you even have one on right now, actually.
Yeah, dude, the shirtless thing is really actually cringe to me. But I have to do it now because when lockdown happened, obviously no one played a show for a year or whatever. And then I got my first show back and it was in this tiny sweatbox about the size of this room.
Yeah.
And it was really hot. And I had like all my friends in the booth with me and we all just started getting shirtless. And for whatever reason, after that, like, everyone just asked me to get shirtless all the time on stage.
There we go.
It just became a thing.
Yeah.
But it became so much of a thing that it's like now
you literally
my whole brand.
Yeah, you literally can't put a shirt on.
Yeah, now if I'm like playing in like freezing cold conditions, I'm like just shirtlst.
So do you just come out without a shirt on? You don't even take it off.
I come out with a hoodie on, but no shirt under it. Okay. Just so it can, I don't know, I can look all mysterious.
I love it.
Sometimes I wear a scarf around my face to look like an even more mysterious, like a pretentious idiot.
I love it.
It all comes off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was almost a little self-conscious because we're at a podcast studio here in Austin, and this is one of the rooms where it's like you can kind of book it last minute. You can book it on the weekends. Cool. And I was like, man, it's a little off brand for you. I'm like, we got these nice little fake trees behind us, and it's so proper. I'm like,
what would be on brand?
A black, dude. We need black. For both of us. So you know what I mean?
These curtains.
Oh yeah. I was like, we need some skulls and some fucking black in here. It was
Yeah.
So what's coming up for you and in your career moving forward? What where do you go from here, right? You're touring, you're at this certain level, you're at this certain stage. What's next and how do you get there?
Lots of music is happening. Got some pretty sick big collabs that no one knows about yet. I'm dropping like I do this every year, but I'm dropping like a kind of mix that has all my unreleased new stuff in.
How many songs are
there's usually like between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
So it's like a mini mix. It's like a 15, 20 minute long
It's a lot of music.
I try and do one every year. This year I'm definitely really late with it because I usually do this in like August, September time. And still not even finished. So I don't even know if it will be this year, but that is the next thing for me, dropping that. And yeah, big songs with sick artists. That's pretty much all it ever is for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm in control of.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I got a lot of crazy shows planned as well. My calendar's pretty much full until like June.
Fuck yeah.
Which is pretty nuts.
Do you have any plans or desire to move to the States?
No.
I imagine most of those shows are probably in the US, yeah? Or are you doing Europe also?
Pretty much all of them except for I think 2 or 3 are in US.
Yeah, but you don't want to move out here. You're fine doing the 10-hour flight.
Yeah, I don't want to move out here. I like if I don't see my family regularly, I like go insane.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I like being at home.
Yeah.
And all my friends are there. If I was going to move here though, I would probably move to Austin.
Yeah.
Or Dallas.
All right.
Or maybe Arizona.
Yeah. Austin's dope.
Yeah.
We love Austin.
What's coming up for you?
Ooh. Good question.
What are you excited about? Let's flip this.
Ooh, all right. Okay, we're gonna flip it. You are the host now.
Yeah.
You get to you get to coach me.
Yeah.
Interview me.
Don't let me do that.
Yeah, I honestly I'm not sure. I'm kind of figuring that out. I'm trying to figure out next steps of where I want to go, what do I want to do, and I don't know. I've been coaching and doing the podcast for a while, and it's awesome. And I'll be honest that there's a part of me that's like questioning what's next. Like what's my highest level of excitement? And I'm kind of in a weird space where I don't know what that is right now.
Yeah. How long have you been doing the podcast now?
I mean, we did over 100 episodes. So this is episode probably like 105 or something. It's been like 2 years, over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was very consistent doing every Monday. Sorry for you regular listeners that have not been getting an episode every Monday. But yeah, I've just been slowing down a little bit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely fun to do in person. Like this is really cool. That's cool. But to be honest, like I've been thinking about maybe expanding my coaching to not just be focused on DJs and in this space and like there might just be a bigger game for me to be playing. I mean, maybe it's expanding to just more artists in general. Maybe I start working with some rappers and some fucking. I've worked with a metal band recently. Like that was sick. Yeah. I'm not like heavy. They were more like that kind of. It was like a shout out Hex Date. Fucking love them. Female fronted metal band. Not your crazy death metal shit. But that was fun to work with 4 people. Because it was almost more like marriage counseling.
Did you have like group calls?
Yeah, I had all 4 of them. Had all 4 of them on the call. So a lot of it was just working with like, how do you work together? I mean, you're a 4-person, not only group but also a business, and working together, helping them navigate communication and conversations. That was really fun for me. It really was like marriage counseling.
Yeah.
So maybe I start coaching metal bands.
Yeah, I mean that's a niche, definitely.
Yeah,
like, coaching the whole band.
Yeah. There's a really cool documentary out there called Some Kind of Monster. It was when Metallica put that album out called Some Kind of Monster. Very early on, right when I started coaching and I had this vision of coaching artists, I couldn't sleep one night and I just like threw on Netflix randomly and I watched this documentary, and in the middle of it, basically it was when the band was falling apart. They were filming the documentary to go into show them film like recording their album. But then during that, basically the bass player quit the band.
Yeah.
James Hetfield was going to rehab and was all fucked up. And so the band was falling apart. So the documentary turned into like them and all their drama. And so they hired a coach to come in. Shout out Phil Towell. I've been actually wanting to get him on the podcast for a long time, but he was the first one. I was like, oh, this guy's like Metallica's life coach.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking sick. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I think there maybe is a vision there to start working with band dynamics too. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just putting it out, right? Well, any bands out there that are listening, if you're in a band, I would love to chat with you.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I mean, imagine, you know, you're doing it on your own, but like you get to call all of your own shots. There's no band members to fight with.
Well, I'm in a band as well.
Oh yeah.
So I know how it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. What's your band called?
Well, I've been in a lot of bands. I was in a band called Pint Glass, which is still going, but I had to leave Pint Glass because I basically had to choose like NIMDA or Pint Glass because Pint Glass is like now pretty much is the same as big as NIMDA is.
Yeah. You were singing.
Yeah, with my best friend.
Yeah.
We were both on vocals.
Yeah.
So luckily, me leaving didn't mean they had to like just
they
stop.
still had a singer.
Yeah, I was in that band, and I'm in a band with the same guys, but it's a different one. Pint Glass was like a meme. I think that's why it's successful, because it's like hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we were in like basically the serious equivalent, and it's a band called Hounds of War, which is just like hardcore stuff.
I forgot about that. So are you guys playing shows? And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good fun. It's great because it's a nice break from making dubstep for me.
Yeah.
I get to, you know, when I have like burnout or like writer's block, I can just like write songs for that.
So what are some of the challenges you guys face as a band? There's a different layer of dynamics there.
There's a lot because every member of that band is really busy. I mean, I'm in another country every week.
Yeah.
And they're all in their own other bands as well. So the hardest thing is finding dates where we're all free, for either shows or like rehearsals or like writing. But me and my best friend, we meet up every week. And this is another reason like why I probably wouldn't want to move to the US is because like me seeing my friends every week routinely is like such a big thing that keeps me from feeling horrible.
Yeah. You know, I mean, that's something I've been thinking about a lot because even in Austin, I'm surrounded by incredible community. That's why I moved here. Mm-hmm. You know, you can literally throw a rock outside and I'll run into somebody that I know or some kind of cool community event going on. And even with that being said, still running my own business, working from home, I still spend a lot of time alone. And that is like the biggest recipe for a decline in mental health is isolation. And especially producers where it's you and a laptop and you're locking yourself in a room probably for hours and hours at a time.
Yeah.
It's really fucking unhealthy. Like really, really. And you know, I think we all, if you're doing that, you already know.
Yeah.
You already know that like isolating yourself is just a recipe for disaster. So I'm glad to hear like, yeah, you have your friends, you have your family, and like, yeah, it's really important to be close to that.
Yeah. Producing is just, it's awesome because, you know, you're creating, but it's actually quite a unique thing to have as like your job, because when you're producing, you can't like listen to something in the background.
Yeah.
Or like talk to someone while you're doing it. It's like, completely isolating.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a room full of people, you can't talk while you're doing it because, not really anyway. So yeah, it's pretty unique because I'm a big fan of like having stuff on in the background.
Yeah.
Like while I'm doing anything on a computer, and you can't do that while you're producing.
Yeah. And you have a girlfriend also.
Yep.
Right. And you guys live together, don't you?
Yeah.
So and I want to bring that up because I think there's a lot of artists out there that have this misbelief that I don't have time for a relationship.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. I mean, this is the thing. I'm very grateful for her because I'm never home, and she's completely chill with it. And she, you know, flies out to America sometimes with me, and yeah, we make it work. And you can make it work pretty easily. You know, I know people who make that work when they don't even live in the same country
Yeah.
as each other.
Yeah.
And they're flying out all the time. So
What helps you make it work?
I think it's it's just a realization thing, because a lot of people think it's not going to work if they think they have to like dedicate their whole life to producing all the time. You can do that and still have a relationship. Like, dude, I produce for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then once I'm done, I stop thinking about it and I go and spend time with my girlfriend.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have like corporate jobs that work 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And they still have a marriage and kids and have a family.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, why would an artist not be able to do that also?
Yeah.
All right. I understand there's obviously more traveling, but I think what's important is that back to, if you think it's not going to work, well, it's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on it not working. So, it's funny too. I think I see this a lot with women more so than men, where they're oftentimes like, oh, there's no good men out there. It's like, well, if that's what you believe, that's what you're going to create. That's what you're going to manifest. If that's your belief, you're never going to find a good man. You're never going to find a good relationship. If you don't believe that, you can make a relationship work, well, that's your belief, and you are going to prove that belief to be true. So it's back to sort of shifting of like, well, what's the vision? What do you want? If you want to have a relationship, you want to have a partner, you want to have a great career, you want to like focus on that. You really got to control your mind and what you're focusing on, and also modeling yourself after people that have it. I used to struggle with this also when I was coming up as a manager in the music industry. I was like, oh my God, like to be a part of this industry, like you just got to be like young and single and out every night. And like, there's no, I didn't see people having the relationship, but I was also just like hanging out with the wrong people and looking at the wrong people. And then once I'm like, oh, this guy's doing it and he's actually super successful and he's got a great, relationship. He's making it work. I'm like, I'm just modeling myself after the wrong people.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like we're interested in each other. So like I'm interested in her life. She's interested in my life. And if you're interested in someone, you don't have not enough time for something you're genuinely interested in, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's quite an unhealthy mindset when people think they don't have time for like any normal thing in life because they're trying to produce constantly.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so important though that you do also, like if all you do is make music and focus on your career, like, and you don't have friends or family or a relationship or hobbies or like other shit that just like makes you human, I think you're gonna drive yourself into the fucking ground. Like it's not gonna work.
It's also your work is just not gonna be as good.
Yeah.
If you have nothing else going on.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't spend time with my girlfriend every day, I'd probably be a much worse producer.
Yeah.
Because I'd be just the best things happen when you're not doing them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like all the best song ideas I have are when I'm not producing. So
I'm so curious about how you get song ideas, and because it's like a lot of your shit is just like what you hear in your head is just like, like I got an idea for a song I just had in the shower. It goes like
pretty much.
What is going on in your brain when you get these song ideas?
I mean, a lot of it is super sound design oriented. So a lot of the time I'm just stimming, making bullshit sounds.
Yeah.
And then one of them will just, scratch an itch in my brain. And then I'll pretty much spam that sound as many times as possible in lots of different arrangements until I find one that's good. So it's like it's kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Tell me about the scratching the itch of your brain.
Yeah. That's the best way to describe it, because, like I said, it's all very sound design oriented. So I will sit there playing with whatever synths and effects for sometimes hours to not even sometimes get a result. But sometimes it'll just sound exactly how I want it to, which is pretty rare, but that's what we're all in pursuit of, I guess.
Do you hear it in your head first and then you go on like a quest to find it, or you just kind of dabble with shit until you get there?
Yeah, kind of. The best songs I've made have been a result of me not doing that. That's one thing I've learned in the last year or so is like, usually when I have an idea in my head and I try and make it, it never turns out good. The best stuff happens usually when I just kind of don't have any expectations. And I just let it happen. That's actually my biggest advice for like everyone who gets writer's block or whatever, is to just stop producing with like expectation or making music with expectation, because you're gonna probably make something really sick and then get mad that it isn't what you wanted it to be in your head. But
even though it's really sick.
So like if you do that without the expectation, you're just gonna make sick stuff.
Yeah.
I know you might not. Sometimes I make some stuff that no one's ever gonna hear, but yeah.
How do you feel when you spend hours on something and then you kind of have nothing to show for it?
Horrible. Probably one of the biggest contributions to the decline of my mental health day to day is when I spend weeks on something and then I decide, actually, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about, accepting it and not having those expectations. But yeah, the biggest lesson with producing and not going insane is actually not caring in a way, I think, and letting ideas happen naturally. It's creativity doesn't respond very well to brute force. That's what I tell everyone.
Yeah, so not caring about what?
Like I said, going into each session with no expectations or like immediate goals for that session is quite healthy, I think. Obviously the goal is to make something, but not be really specific about it. I think you're gonna have a much better time.
Yeah, because the truth is you're always gonna make something. If the goal is just to make something, then you can't lose.
Sometimes I like to just try and make the worst thing possible, because then there's literally zero pressure, and then sometimes I accidentally make something good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could talk about the creative mind games I play forever.
Yeah. Well, give us some more. Give us some more NIMDA wisdom of what to do in the studio.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll take my whole discography and basically take every drop I've like ever made and just like pretty much close my eyes and like chop all of them up randomly, just rearrange them all until it's like a new idea, and then I'll just like try and recreate that idea from scratch. After it's been chopped up.
That's a really cool exercise, actually.
It can be cool. Sometimes it just doesn't work, but yeah, I do a lot of stupid stuff.
I love it. What and I know you said you're not doing any silly TikTok dances. When it comes to putting yourself out there, obviously having a brand, social media, like what's your thought process around that? Because you do post a lot. You're very active.
Yeah, so it's gonna sound really corny, but I'm a big believer of attracting, not chasing, which is something me and you talked about a lot. And I think making content for the sake of it is makes you look really desperate sometimes. So I've pretty much got away with my whole career just only posting when I have a release or I've played a sick show and I have footage from it. That's pretty much all I post. Like I don't ever post anything other than releases or show footage anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I'll post a show flyer, but that's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if your whole brand looks good and your music sounds good, it's gonna turn heads. So that's going to do more for you than any viral reel will do. You know, anyone who goes viral, it usually doesn't last.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really anyone I can think of who just blew up suddenly, who didn't like then disappear suddenly.
Yeah.
So I've always just tried to focus on, you know, getting a bit better at music every day, and the result of that is, I think that's honestly like what got me to where I am. Just slow snowball.
Yeah.
And yeah, not doing dances.
Well, it's working pretty well for you so far, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Any final words of wisdom for the other artists out there?
Don't be soft.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I just tried to say something cool.
Don't be soft,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Stay hard.
Yeah. Who's gonna carry the boats?
Well, dude, I'm so glad that we could finally meet in person and hang. We've had, hours and hours of seeing each other on Zoom calls, and this has been pretty rad to actually get to fucking, hug you and sit down next to you and dive in, man. So thanks for coming through.
Likewise. It's thanks for having me.